Oh,
Okay, we're in science class. 1 minute to finish the copy this information. What happens when light hits an object? Remember that in the last class, last week, we were talking about light and different light sources. We also talk about what is a visible spectrum. Do you remember that we mentioned the colors of the rainbow? We mentioned the colors of the rainbow and that we can see, we can perceive this through the light. Now, remember the light sources, it's any light that you can see that it helps us to have that makes light. For example, it can be from the nature, it can be from human-made, humans can create the light, like the light that you have in the light bulb, the lights, the flashlight there is in the cell phone. If you have a cell phone, you see that you can use the light of the cell phone to have light when it's dark. Or we can use also other types of lights that is coming from nature, like the sun. From the sun, we can have light from the stars. Some animals, that they have light, like the flies, they have light. So we have light, everything that you can get light from, everything can comes from nature or from human made, something that is artificial. It doesn't matter, that is considered a light source. That's why they would call light sources. Now we talk about this. Remember the visible spectrum? It's a light energy that can be seen and can be broken into the colors of the rainbow. And the light sources like the candle, the light bulb, we talked about this in the last class. Now, also we can get the light as a light source when it's raining. Have you ever seen when it's raining at thunderstorm? You see the thunder that you see? Wow, it contains light. Un trueno. ¿Ha visto caer un trueno usted?
No.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes, you see that first you see the light and then you listen the thunder.
I see
What
el trueno. I see that's
It
the
has
trueno.
light, yes. It has electricity, so coming from nature, so it has light. So you see when it's a thunderstorm, you see first the light illuminates, and then you listen the thunder, and you know that light that you see, it's coming from nature. It's not human made.
One time my cousin le cayó un rayo.
No, really? That's so dangerous. You cannot be
her
under a
house.
tree. Yes. You cannot be using a cell phone when it's a thunderstorm. You cannot be using a cell phone because it's so dangerous also. Be with the cell phone.
Well, but en el techo.
Oh, okay. It was not direct to her. Okay. Tell me, Caleb.
Otto hubiera convertido en Torno y se le hubiera caído un rayo en flash, se hubiera convertido en flash.
Okay, but you got it, right? You got it. That there are light sources, so you can identify different light sources, or it can be from the television. If you look at the television, you see that it's a light source. Using electricity, you can have light. If you are in your room, in the living room, in the bedroom, if you have your television, you can turn off all the lights and just having the television on, and you're going to see that you have light. It can be illuminated.
And why we have to turn the television and cell phones off if there are truenos?
Because it might be dangerous. It can get one thunder on the electricity, so it can make a circuit contact. So it might be dangerous. So we need to take care of that. That is the recommendation. Now, this is some examples of light sources as just as a review. Now, today we're going to talk about this, and you're going to copy this information in your notebook. We have different materials and light. The light that we reflect using a flashlight or a torch, for example, we can identify if the object is transparent, translucent, or it can be opaque. So let's copy these two definitions, class, in the notebook. When we consider that it's transparent, when it allows the light to pass through, so whatever is behind can be seen like this. You see, there is a picture of two girls. We can see the two girls, even though we are putting something else, it's transparent. So we can continue seeing the faces of these two girls. So it's transparent. When it's considered translucent, it's when it also allows the light to pass through, but it scatters it so whatever is behind it cannot be seen so clearly like this. You can see it, but not as in transparent. That is when it's considered translucent. And opaque is the contrary. It's the contrary. When it's opaque, you cannot see what is behind that. If you put something that it's opaque, you're not going to see the picture there. You're going to see anything because it's opaque. Later, I'm going to show you some examples. Right now, just the meaning, the definition, and using this example of the picture. Let's copy this. I'm going to take the attendance while you are writing this information in your notebook. Ana, Andrea, and Camila.
Present.
Present.
Camila Aguirre. Oh. Gabriela, Isabel, and Kiara.
Present.
Present.
Lucía, Mia, and Rebecca.
Present.
Present, Miss. Present.
Rosa, Valerie, and Sian.
Present.
Okay, thank you. Alberto, Dani, and Fernando.
Present. Present.
Erwin, Joshua, and Khaled.
Present.
Present.
Marcelo, Santiago Hernández, and Santiago Chávez.
Present.
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 Me, what is the topic?
What is the topic, class?
What happens when light hits an object?
Did you finish class the copy?
No.
No.
No, miss.
Okay.
Finish.
Finish. Miss,
Khaled,
I finished.
finished. Okay, perfect. Now think about this. Take a look at this picture one more time if you finished. What is transparent, translucent, and opaque? Now, if
Okay,
you're
it doesn't see the picture.
yes, you don't see the picture, you put something opaque there. Now think about in the window. If you are close to the window, take a look of your window and tell me, the window is an example of transparent, translucent, or opaque?
Transparent.
Transparent. Why transparent?
So we can see.
You can see what it's
The
outside,
sky,
right?
the houses, and finish.
You can see the houses that are close to your house, that's right. So it's transparent. You can see the light from the light using the light of the sun. You can see what is happening outside, that's right. And easily the people that they're walking on the street, they can easily go to your house, go to see in the window what it's there inside of your house if it is transparent. But there are some kind of windows that you cannot see anything. That they are might be like translucent that you don't see. You don't see it so easily. But what happens if you have your window with the window is closed and you have the curtain. Lo tiene
It's
con la cortina.
translucent.
It's translucent, transparent, or opaque.
Translucent.
Translucent with the curtains. You are going to see something kind of outside.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes, it might be translucent. It depends on the curtains that we're talking about. But it also can be opaque. If you close your window and you close the curtains, also it might be opaque. You're not going to see anything outside because
It's
you have-
opaque. My
Yes.
curtain.
Your curtain is opaque. Yeah, so it's opaque. If your curtain is like translucent, you might see something, but not so clear, so it's translucent. So just by seeing this example, you see, using just the window, you can see, identify if it is transparent, translucent, or opaque. Depending of the light, if the light pass through or not.
Finish me.
Finished, okay. Finish class, can I change the slide now?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, all of you finished.
No.
Oh, Santiago Chavez, 10 seconds.
That's it. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Mhm.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, let's go to next slide. Too much time in this. Let's go to next slide. As you can notice here, we have, remember, transparent, translucent, and opaque. Now, here we have, you don't have to copy. Right now, do not copy. This is just information for you. We have the eye. Look at this eye. So the visible light that we can see, it can be measured by the nanometers. The nanometers, it measure how is the wavelength that we can see, how we can perceive this. For example, in the visible spectrum, that remember that it's like a rainbow, we can perceive better the color red. In nanometers, it's 700. So it's our eye is going to perceive easily than the color blue, like it's 400 nanometers. So here's what it's showing you is just a description of the colors, each of these colors in base of nanometers. So our eye, the human eye, can perceive the wavelength of the light spectrum falling between the 380 nanometers to 700.
Miss.
This. Now,
Miss.
sometimes we cannot see some things, so that's why they use some machines, some instruments to see the X-rays. For example, using your eyes, you cannot see the bones of the other people. You know that the humans, they're made of bones, but you don't see the bones just by seeing. For example, you're not going to see Santiago Chavez, you're going to see Santiago Chavez. I can perceive your bone. Puedo verle los huesos internamente, lo que tiene él. No, right? You cannot see that. So they use different machines. Our light, it can be just until 750 nanometers. That's why it says. But there are some things that we cannot perceive. We cannot perceive easily.
¿Y por qué en nuestra vista solo tiene que llegar ese número?
Well, that is the way that we were created. It's just that we cannot be allowed to see more.
Miss.
So that's why we have some tools like the X-ray. When you go to the doctor, for
Miss.
example, and you grab your leg or you grab your arm, and you're going to use the X-ray to
Miss.
see what is happening inside your body. Santiago Chavez, tell me.
Look, that's my Luna,
Luna. Okay, so nice. Now here
myself.
down,
I have
yes,
it
in your
on
cell
file.
phone. Here we have also the information. What is transparent?
It's look
Transparent is
beautiful.
all the light passes through. Translucent, some light passes through. And opaque, no light passes through. So I have some examples here. Let's see here the examples. For example, look at this window, the example of the window. When it's opaque, look here, you cannot see what is happening outside. It might be a curtain that it's opaque, it's closed, so we cannot see what is happening. When it's translucent, you can see that there is a giraffe, but not so clear. You don't see the colors as itself. You might see, it looks like brown, it looks like yellow. You don't perceive the colors as the color that it is, that the animal or the object that it's outside. But when it's transparent, you see everything clear like it is. With the colors, you can perceive all the details that they are outside or the objects or the animal. So that is a different, look, yes, transparent, translucent, and opaque. You don't see anything, no light, it's passed through. It's the same using some of these bases or glasses that you can have in your house. You can take a look if it is opaque, translucent, or transparent. For example, this one, it's transparent. If you put soda here, soda, orange juice or water, you are going to see what is inside of the transparent. But in translucent, you are going to see also what is inside, but not in the color. For example, if you are going to drink, for example, some grapes, grape juice, you might see the color that it's like black, but the color of this juice, it's not black, it's purple. So translucent, you are going to see what it's inside, but not at the color it is. And opaque, you're not going to see anything. You're not going to see reflected. You're not going to know if this contains something liquid or not inside of it. Yes? Can you give me some examples that comes to your mind about this class? Some examples of opaque, transparent, translucent that comes to your mind?
Computer is transparent.
The computer is transparent for you?
Yes.
The light passes through? What about the glasses? People that you have glasses like me, do you think that it's
Transparent.
opaque, translucent, or transparent?
Transparent, because you can see clearly.
We can see clearly, you can see the eyes. You see the eyes of the person that is wearing the glasses. But what happens if you have sunglasses? What about sunglasses?
It's translucent. You not see the colors perfectly.
Translucent. Yes.
Sunglasses, it's translucent?
And
That's right.
the sunglasses with the sun. Yes, translucent.
Sunglasses translucent. You cannot see the colors as it is when you are using sunglasses. And you don't see so clear the color of the eye of the person when this person is wearing sunglasses. What
But the
about?
But the person see a little bit of the eye. See a little bit.
Ruler. A ruler.
A ruler. Give me the answer for the ruler.
It's opaque.
It's opaque for you?
Yes.
Someone are translucent and some are translucent.
Some are transparent, some translucent. It depends of what kind of ruler. That's right. What about a box, class? A box.
It's opaque.
Opaque.
Opaque. You don't see what is inside in a box, even though you can put all the flashlight, all the light, but you're not going to see what is inside of the box. What about, let's see, your house?
A wall.
What's the brick of
A
your
wall.
house? A brick. Un
It's
ladrillo.
opaque.
It's opaque.
Opaque. Opaque.
Right. Oh, okay, perfect. What else?
A wall.
A wall. Mhm.
Opaque.
Okay, what about books?
Opaque.
Okay, that's right. What about a bottle of water or bottle of any other liquid?
Transparent. Transparent.
It depends of what kind of bottles it can be, right? So we need to think like this. Look at the glass. It can be opaque, translucent, transparent. So it depends. The bottle, it depends the color and the material that it was made of. Perfect. Now, let me clear here. So this information, it's on your book on page B98, B101. So you can take a look of this reading in your house. It says the mirrors and the lights. So here we have some example. It says that toys are in front of a road wall. Notice that when light rays hit the road surface, they reflect in many different directions. So we're going to learn about the direction of the light also. What about this ball, class? Do you think that this ball is transparent, translucent, or opaque?
Opaque.
Opaque.
That's right, the toy. What about the doll?
Opaque.
Opaque.
That's right. So here we have the paper. Listen this. The paper is opaque. You cannot see through the opaque material. So the paper is considered as opaque. Bricks, woods, and your book are opaque, as you mentioned. Excellent. And here we have some thin color or transparent, translucent objects that it says. The blue glass looks blue because it absorbs the colors of the light and except blue. Blue glass lets the light pass through it. So it transmits. So this is going to be transparent or translucent objects. And this, what about this class? It's going to what? It's an opaque object. Why? Because the paper absorbs or takes the color, so it's opaque. Okay, that is the information for today, class. Tomorrow in the next class of science, we're going to continue with this reading, this information that is the same, and the video. Okay, so let's finish here the class of science.
What? Miss,
Bye-bye.
Miss,
Any question before we go?
Miss.
What is the
Miss,
topic on the copy?
Miss.
Wait, I have a question. Wait.
Okay, what
Miss.
is your question, Gabriela?
Question I forgot, and I don't copy the two translucent.
True. Okay, I'm going
Oh.
to pause stop recording, so we're going to stay with you if you didn't finish the copy of this. If you finish, you can disconnect. Bye-bye, class.